Hello, hello, welcome. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, everyone. Hello. This is the Law of Assumption platform. This is the recipe for life. This is how you manifest. This is how your prayers are answered. This is how you actualize your desires. You got to make a decision, decide what you want. Give thanks for having it. Remain faithful to it. Do nothing to make it so because it's already so. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome. Hello. Thank you. You said any advice on how to not get swept up into the political stuff? You gotta not respond to it like you're watching it. Like I don't watch it. I don't pay any attention to it. And if you do watch it, see it as sheer entertainment. And it's according to your belief. Like, what do you believe about politics? Do you believe politics really play a role in your life and your experience? Hello, Winston, and good morning for research. So I understand that anything that the government does benefits me, and that's how you have to see it. Okay. Yeah, you got to train yourself not to respond to it, or just when you do see it, look at its entertainment purposes only. It's for entertainment purposes only. Cool, cool. Because remember, anything that you see out there is just a reflection of what's going on within you, right? So you can't take what's going on out there too seriously. Don't be affected by it. Know that a lot of it is propaganda, right? It's just a story of negative. And it's your attention to it that causes it to expand in your world, in your life. Yep. So we know we create our own reality based on our opinions and beliefs about our individualized world. I like to quote scripture because scripture world. I like to quote scripture because scripture reminds us that it only matters what's going on within your own mind. It's not about what's happening out there in the world. It's only about what's going on in your own subconscious, what you truly believe to be true. Oh, you're very welcome. Because we're not here to make the world better, right? We're here to transform our thinking so that our world reflects our thinking. And it's who you personally interact with, right? Who you engage with on a day to day basis. You know, family, friends, co workers, familiar strangers, acquaintances, right? Those you come in contact with on a daily basis. I mean, you can pray for the world, that they realize that, that they come to the awakened state. You always want to use your imagination lovingly on behalf of others, on behalf of our nation, our country, our allies, and those supposed enemies. But we know there are no enemies other than the enemy, right? So real enemies don't exist. We create them. Hello, Belinda. Absolutely, Belinda. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That's great to have the right perspective and see it as an opportunity. Do you have some desires or some passions that maybe, you now realize you can lean into that, or you considering finding a new career or working for a new employer, or did you have other options in mind? Hello, welcome. Hey, Key. You say you've been manifesting constantly in your thoughts and in your talk. How can you manifest too much? How can you be doing too much? Hello, Sandy. Hello. Hey, good morning, Lisa. What is doing too much? Do you not like what you're seeing? Key, there's no such thing as doing too much. Do you not like what you're experiencing? Oh, that's beautiful, Belinda. Okay, okay. Congrats. Congrats for finishing sooner than you had anticipated or what you ever desired. Oh, you thought you had to let go and not let go of what? What did you think you had to let go of? What are we letting go of? The only thing you need to detach from is from the old state. That's the forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. That's what you let go of. The old state, the old story. That's the detachment. I believe that's in Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness. Let me see if I can pull that up. What's that? That's in my Kindle, I believe. I know when I fall asleep in my dream, like it's a wrap, everything coming in 3D. Yes, yes. Hey, hey, Jasmine. Absolutely, it's already done. It's already done. Mm. It's already done. Mm. Let's see. Wait a minute, you're manifesting so much in the for instance, how they think you delusional if they can see it? What they mean you manifesting so much if they think you're delusional. Wait a minute, you're manifesting so much in the for instance, how they think you delusional if they can see it? What they mean you manifesting so much if they think you're delusional. When you say you're manifesting so much, what do you mean? When you say you're manifesting so much, what do you mean? What does manifesting mean to you? Yes, there is an audio version of the Power of Awareness on YouTube. Yes, a lot of Neville Goddard's readings out on a lot of his books, readings out on a lot of his books are uploaded. Are uploaded. And people don't get it because they think it takes so long. Yeah, I mean, once you let go of time, that really is not calculated into your experience. When you understand that all is now, you let go of the time mindset. Hey, Bubba, I am. Hey, Sierra. And so that's what we're learning to do. We're learning to not put time in the equation. Understand that all is now. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, Sani. That's beautiful. That is so amazing. Yes, it is normal, Jasmine. It is normal. Just let you know. Sometimes with the nervousness, make it, change the meaning to excitement, anticipation, eagerness. Oh, that's your mom, Lisa. Hello, hello. Flash Law, welcome. Welcome. How are you? Peace and blessings, Sunflower. So yes, because I get nervous when my child's father texts me, but yes, I'll definitely change the meaning. Okay. So that nervousness regarding your SP, are you trying to like decide like what does this all mean? Don't try to jump too far ahead. Just be present. Be in the moment. Let everything play out because everything is working for your good. And you gotta know that. You gotta trust that. You have to believe that. All cool. All cool. Hey, Allah. Hello, Lisa's mommy. Welcome, welcome. Just be ready when you do receive because I know it's real. It is. Say hello, Ruthie KB. You said, let's say I wanted to attract money. How do I create an assumption? Your assumption about having more money. Okay, so that's the recipe on the screen. You decided to have more money. You give thanks for already having it. You give thanks because you're not trying to make money. You're not trying to chase money. You're accepting that you already have the money. That's what prayer is: acknowledgement, thanksgiving, recognition that the thing you asked for already exists. Number three, you remain faithful to that belief, that knowing, that acceptance, that recognition, that acknowledgement. And number four, so very, very important. Don't try to figure out where the money is coming from. You don't try to figure out how you're going to get it. You don't try to figure out when it's going to happen because all is now and you already have it. So this is the assumption. Do you have a specific dollar amount or do you just want more money? You can be specific or you can be general. And you could imagine that a certain amount of money is now in your bank account. You could imagine that you went to the mailbox and you received a certain amount in a check, or that you're holding the check, or that you're depositing the check on your mobile device. Or you're just saying to yourself, I remember when I was asking for this specific amount and now I have that amount. Or you're telling someone, I just came into this lump sum of money, and they're like, oh my goodness, congratulations. You're having a conversation. And this is all happening within your own mind, right? This is your inner conversations. This is your inner dialogue. And you must remain faithful to this. And remaining faithful is not trying to wonder how it's going to happen or try to figure out when it's going to happen because all is now and it's already done. And pay attention that you're not speaking of lack or you're not thinking of lack. Remain faithful that the money is already there. You already have the amount of money that you desire to have, whether it's specific or it's general. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Flash Law. Great to hear. So, notice when he texts me, I'm nervous. He's about to text exactly what I want. Oh, wow. Okay, so you want to normalize it, Jasmine. You want to normalize the communication between you two, right? You should be expecting, but not. So I still think you're focused on the win, which is why you get nervous. I want you to do so when we talk about detachment, we're talking about detaching from the when and the how, right? Set no type of expectations on when and how it happens because why is already happened. So you have to normalize this relationship with your SP. You want to make it natural. You don't want it to feel like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened. No, you can believe it because you've been practicing it. You expect it. This is the normal way. This is what should be happening. We don't want to act like it shouldn't be happening. We want it to be like, yeah, this is how our relationship is. This is exactly what should be going on. There are no surprises in that aspect. Yes, I'm chasing every story. Okay. Say thank you. Say being still is okay. Well, say the more you practice it, the more you practice the knowing, Ruthie, the easier it gets. You have to make having the money normal to you. You have to make the money natural to you. That's why. You rehearse it. That's why number three, the faithfulness, the believing is so important. This is where meditation is key. This is how you practice number three, remaining faithful, being persistent. So how so as you're going to when you go to sleep, do you go to sleep knowing that you already have the money? Or do you go to sleep thinking about how you're going to get it and when it's going to show up? Like what's your mindset? When you think of the money, are you thinking of the money as, oh, I wonder how, I wonder when? Or do you like, or do you have like a peace, a relaxation of knowing that it's already yours, it's already there? You've rehearsed it over and over in your mind, and now it is real to you. Because that's what's so key. You have to make it real to you. You have to make it like the money is already there. That's living in the end. It's already there. So how is your life different? How is your world different? Right? Hey, April. And say, oh, okay, I need to hear them making. Yes, that's what feeling is the secret by Neville Goddard means. He means the naturalness of it. That's why he tells you to rehearse it. Go to sleep in the state of the wish fulfilled, or you do the state akin to sleep, right? You get in that sleepy, drowsy state, that relaxed state, and you're going over and over in your right. He tells you, those who are in the Facebook group, right? A Town, Allen in the Facebook, he posted the four mighty ones, right? You're the producer, you're the author, you're the director, and you're the star. So the director is the one what that helps you to rehearse the role that you're about to play. The producer, right? That's the desire. And then the author, right, writes out the script. The author says, now that you have this desire, this is what you're doing to indicate that you have it. And then the director is the part of you that rehearses. That's number three in the recipe, right? You're persisting, you're faithful to the new story. You're the director, you're directing the mind, you're directing the scene. And what? When you're playing a role, you have to what? Rehearse it over and over because that's what makes it feel normal to you. That's how we can tell a great actor from an okay actor, right? Because the great actor makes you believe in the character that they're playing. The words that they speak seems normal, it seems natural, like it's with ease, it's effortless. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Jasmine. Yeah, normalize the communication between you and the SP. Don't make it weird or strange. Make it normal. Make it natural. Because my thing is, you already know what that looks like because you've already been in a relationship with them, right? So you already know that relation. Now you just want the relationship to be in full bloom or whatever you're expecting out of this relationship. Normalize whatever your expectation is. Make that natural to you. Hey, hey, Takasha, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I definitely need to get away from political TikTok. I would rather rehearse the new me. Right. Yes. Yeah. When those type of videos come through, I may watch them, listen to them for a little bit, and I'll be like, oh, okay, and just wash over me. I don't let it, I've compartmentalized the political view. Understand that the government is just a reflection of the people, the collective consciousness of the people. And not until the collective consciousness of the people change will our government reflect that. So, hello, hello, Lush. That Lush Chula. Welcome. Right. So, do you remember when it was normal to communicate with the ST with them, Jasmine? Do you remember what that was like? It was normal. I mean, you've had experiences where you had conversations with them via text, and it was like just a normal conversation. It was natural. So remember what that was like. And yes, you make it normal by replaying it in your mind, where you take the the nervousness out of it. Now it's okay to be excited because it's like, ooh, I love when they say so and so. Ooh, I love when they talk to me this way. Ooh, I love when it's okay to feel good about it, right? To feel, how does it make you feel when they're saying the things that you want to hear? Make that normal. Make that feel good. That should like put a smile on your face when you're thinking about it. That's natural. That's normal. Make it normal to you. Hello, NA. See, this law of assumption, here's the thing with, law of life, law of belief, law of being, law of assumption. This ain't no mystery. You got to take the mysticism out of it. We've always been assuming things. We were just programmed to assume the worst of things. Now we have to decide to assume the best. We have to transform our minds, right? Be transformed by what? Renewing our minds. Now we're going to train ourselves to think on the lovely, the just, the noble, the pure, right? The good. This is what we have to practice now. For so long we operated from the fear mindset. Now we're going to operate from the love mindset. And yes, it does take a persistence. It does take perseverance. It does take a commitment to that. Hello, L Glaze. Well, you don't have to struggle anymore, Jasmine. Just surrender to the new story. You're still fighting with yourself. Stop fighting with yourself. Surrender. No need to struggle. You don't have to struggle. Life is surrender. It's about effort. It's about the effortlessness of it. The fact that you're trying to force, that's why it's uncomfortable. That's why it's uneasy. That's why there's a nervousness there. This should be the effortless way. Hello, Trina Sanders said my SP would talk to me all the time. And now he's ghosted me after seeing each other for a year. Mm, okay, so we're going to change this, Trina. So was this a committed relationship? Was it that you were desiring a committed relationship and it's no longer a committed relationship? Or was this a casual relationship that you wanted to be committed? Like what's number one? What are you deciding about this relationship? What is it that you want? Okay, so you wrote a script of being with someone that wasn't that didn't see being committed to you. This has to do with self-concept. See what I have up there on the screen? Self-concept. Do you understand you don't have to try to make nobody want you? Then when you put yourself first, they'll put you first. But you hadn't put yourself first. so they didn't put you first. You wanted them to treat you in a way that you weren't treating yourself. We're going to change that. Great rising, becoming that girl. Remember, every relationship is a reflection of our own self-concept. It's what we believe about us that we attract. It's our concept of ourselves that we attract into our experience. We forget that we write the script, and the people that come into our experience are just playing the role based on the script that we have written. And how did we write the script? Our beliefs. Our beliefs wrote the script. So you settled for a relationship that you really didn't want and you wanted more of. Why are we settling? And then hoping and wishing that the other person, hoping and wishing, not knowing, but wish. When I say hoping, I mean wishing, not hoping as in the scripture says, a certitude of expectation. When I say hoping, I'm talking about guessing. So let me not use hope. You were guessing and wishing it were so instead of knowing. Because we don't. Because do you know that love doesn't compromise? Love doesn't sacrifice. You. And see, when you love, you know you don't gotta settle. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to strain. You don't have to struggle. It is the effortless way. Remember yesterday we had Babe Travel come in and tell us how she was having difficulties in her marriage, and when she decided to pour into herself and love on herself, her relationship with her husband got better and it became effortless. It was effortless when she went inward and she recognized her own self-worth. Her husband had to reflect that back to her. So when you recognize your own self-worth and you understand, you recognize your own love, your world, which is your mirror, is going to reflect that back to you. So when you're in a state of anxiety, Sierra, you want to remember to be present. Anxiousness means you're not concerned about what's happening now. You're concerned about what may happen sometime down the line. You're thinking in the future when the future doesn't exist. The future only exists in your mind. So maybe center yourself, take a couple of deep breaths, and remind yourself that all is well. That in this moment, right now, in this moment, right now, nothing is going on. All is well. All is well. I'm in a safe place. Everything is okay. Take a moment to appreciate where you are right now in this moment. Choose something to be grateful about. There are many things to be grateful about in this present moment, right now. Yes, because your focus isn't on you, Sierra. Your focus isn't on you. That's why you're anxious. You're trying to control the 3D when you're only supposed to control your mind and you're supposed to be living from within. And actually, you're manifesting not being with SP. You're not manifesting that you're with SP. Because if you were manifesting that you were with SP, you wouldn't be feeling anxious and you wouldn't be triggered by the 3D. You would recognize the 3D is an old story and you would just change the story and you would no longer be reacting to it. You're actually manifesting the current situation instead of manifesting what you desire to have. Thank you. Turn of events. Welcome, welcome. You gotta love you. You gotta work on that self concept. You still don't see that you're the prize. You think you're supposed to try to get him to want you instead of knowing that he already wants you. Why wouldn't he want you? Because you want you, because you love you. You got to take him off the pedestal and place yourself there. You're trying to convince him that you're worthy to be with. What? No, that's not the script you should be writing. You ain't got to convince nobody that you're worthy. If somebody can't see your worthiness, and the only reason why they can't see it because you can't see it, because when you see it, they'll reflect it back to you. So you got to go within, and you got to know that you are enough. You are enough. But right now, you're thinking that your validation is based on their opinion of you. And until you let that go, needing to be validated by someone else, you're going to be stuck here. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Mind your business. Welcome, welcome. The relationships with other people are all about you, all about your self concept, all about how you see yourself. Well, the way you let go of needing validation of others, if you is you have to spend time with yourself. Like, how much time do you really spend with yourself? Do you meditate? Do you meditate on what's true about you? That you are enough. Like, do you let these truths get impressed upon you without any outside noise? Do you take at least 5 to 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day, to sit quietly with yourself and remind yourself that I am loved, I am enough, I am worthy of all good things, I am deserving of all good things, not because of anything I've done, but just because of who I am. I don't have to seek for love because I am love. And because I am love, love always finds its way to me. Love is always projected and reflected back to me. Like, you really have to let go of the desire to be in a relationship and be in a relationship with yourself. Once you get your self concept together, relationships become effortless. But because you don't love you, you want someone else to love you. You see, that doesn't work out. It never works out. The loveless never find love. They're always chasing after it. And right now, you're chasing after love. And the only way you will recognize love, you have to first see it in yourself. You have to first self validate. You have to first be the source of your own happiness. So you don't even like being with you, but you think somebody else should like being with you. And that's usually how it happens, Sierra. Most people don't like being with themselves, and then they think that other people are supposed to like being with them. But if you can't stand to be by yourself, how is somebody else going to find pleasure in being with you when you don't even like being with you? Hey, D Rich. Say, I am that I am. I had to reset the other day. Let go of the chase and embrace yourself. Yes. Yes, then you will attract it. Yep. Say in meditation yesterday, I poured into myself so much complimenting and loving me, saying I'm a magnet. And coworkers and strangers reflected that back to me all yesterday. Yes, beautiful. You start right now, Sierra. You start right now saying the things that seem weird to you, right? In the beginning, Sierra, yes, it's going to feel strange you telling yourself how awesome you are, how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how you are enough, that you're worthy, that you're deserving. You just start now. Be sincere about it. Those things that you want your partner to say about you, I want you to say it to yourself. That's how you start. You start right now, get off my live, and go and sit quietly for about a good 2 minutes. Do 2 minutes on your phone. You got to, on your phone, I know you have a timer. For 120 seconds, you're just going to say, I am loved. I am worthy. I enjoy myself. I'm my own best company. Whatever those sweet nothings you want to hear from someone else, I want you to say it to you. You can go past the 2 minutes if you want, but if you've never meditated before, if you've never done this before, if you've never like shut off everything around you and get quiet with yourself and start talking to yourself, that's all meditation is, and telling yourself all of the beautiful things you want someone else to tell you. I want you to tell you. That's how you start. And you do it every day. 3 to 4, 5, 6, 10 times, or however many times a day, whenever you start to feel anxious or, you start feeling like, you're sad or whatever, that's when you need to take time and remind yourself of who you are. Yep. Hey, Jakari. I am have you and using the recipe for life. Receive the denied letter. Yes, change that script. Absolutely. Yep. Change the fear of self to love yourself. It will change. It absolutely will. Absolutely will. Yep. Your partner only reflects what you feel about yourself, but magnified. That's it. Hey, the queen. Hey, queen. Hey, Sheila. Yep. Again, always see yourself in the best possible way. Okay, Sierra. Yep. Partners and family tell each other they leave one another every day. Do it for yourself too. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you? Oh, you're so welcome, Jakari. Oh, I'm doing awesome. Oh, you think it's Clara, not Sierra? Oh, okay, Clara. Oh, thank you. Yeah, maybe Clara. Oh, she never even corrected me, Key. Thank you. I wish she would have corrected me. Say no, it's with an L, Clara. Thank you, though. You're right. It is. I think it is Clara. Yeah, but I'm like, don't let me call you by the wrong name. See, Jennifer Lewis says she looks in the mirror every day and compliments herself. It's the key. Yep. So you was like, who is Sierra? Huh? Yeah. Right. Oh, Lord, you see, it's not my name. So right, right, right. Oh, oh, but thank you, Key, for pointing that out. Yeah. 'Cause I don't want to be calling someone by their wrong name. But I guess they weren't offended by it, so she wasn't offended by it. So yeah. Oh, Cece, oh, you say your name is Sierra, so it's been hitting for you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. These self-concept, this is why, your self-concept is everything. Your self-concept is the foundation to everything you're going to manifest, bring into your experience. Because as scripture says, unless you believe I am He, you shall die in your sins. Unless you believe I am that I am, you'll never realize your desires. That's all that scripture is saying. Unless you see yourself as already being that which you desire, you'll never experience it. Unless you see yourself as already being that which you desire, you'll never experience it. Oh, Taekwasha. Okay, thank you. Okay. With the Taekwasha, is that Taekwasha? Okay, okay. Taekwasha. Okay. Absolutely, Clara. Absolutely. It is okay. Absolutely. Remember, there is no wrongness to life. There may be error, but not no wrongness, right? Everything is for the experience. That's why we're in these physical bodies to experience our emotions. We're not to be ruled by them, right? We're not to be ruled by the emotions, but we are here to experience them. We are here to have self-control. That's part of the fruit of the spirit, right? Temperance. Oh, most definitely, Clara. Most definitely. Most definitely. And it doesn't take long either. Once you're sincere and committed and you really believe in what you're saying and you go to sleep in that state, you wake up in that state. When the fear or the desperation or the anxiety comes upon you, you go back to that state. You remember that state. This is your new this is your new version of you. This is the truth of who you are. This is who you actually are. You actually are love. You actually are peace. You actually are joy. That's who you are. You actually are disciplined, right? You just have to remember. It's about remembering. And once you remember, it's about acceptance. That's what believe means. Unless you believe I am He, unless you accept that I am He, because it's about who do you say that I am? What are you attaching to the I am? Lately, you've been saying I'm sad, I'm full of anxiety, I'm alone, I'm not worthy. You've been saying all of these things that just are not the truth of you. You've been living in error. That is what evil is. Evil is to live in reverse. You've been cursing yourself by telling yourself that you're not enough, that you're unworthy, that you are unloved, or that you are not, or that you are not loved, or that you're sad, or that you're anxious. You're cursing yourself with a curse. Because whatever you attach to the I am, the Father does not care. You get to decide. You really do get to choose this day who you will serve. I set before you life and death, good and evil. Choose life. that you and your seed, you and your desire, whatever you're saying you desire to be, shall live. So how many times? If you're going to do 2 minutes, I suggest 4 or 5 times a day. 2 minutes, 2 minute intervals, 4 or 5 times a day. And the most importantly, right before sleep and right when you wake up. Those are the most important times to do it. Right before you go to sleep and right when you wake up in the morning. Whenever you wake up. Hey, Tash, welcome. Exactly. Abdullah said to Neville before slamming the door in his face, "You are in Barbados." Absolutely. So are you saying that when we are feeling like things aren't changing in your life? Am I saying what? It's because I wouldn't feel like that. My SB traveled with a friend I didn't really like recently, and I felt, yeah, but you're letting the actions of another determine who you are. The actions of another have absolutely nothing to do with who you are. It's what you think about you that matters, not what someone else does. And that's because you gave meaning to that situation. You determined it was betrayal. You thought those thoughts, so you created that reality. Had you perceived it differently, you would have a different experience. But because you're perceiving the way you're perceiving it, that's why you're having the experience you're having. Yeah, so in order to feel enough, you can't put your validation in somebody else. You can't. You're giving this person the power over you to determine if you feel worthy or not. No one should have that type of power over you. Never give your power away. Now it's time to reclaim your power. You said, what does it mean if I keep? What do you think it means? What do you want it to mean, Trina? What do you want it to mean? I mean, if they're always on your mind and that's all you're thinking about is their name, that's why it's reflecting back to you because they are always on your mind and you're always thinking of your name. So you're saying their name everywhere. The funds. Oops, is that how you say that? The abundance. What's best to do when we wake up and going to sleep? I just joined. Oh, to think of to go to sleep in a state of the wish fulfilled, to wake up in the state of the wish fulfilled. Whatever it is you're desiring. In the midst of that, we were talking. Someone was asking about how often should they pour into themselves, reminding themselves of how awesome they are, that they are loved, that they are peace, that they are joy, that they are enough, that they are deserving. They're going to go to sleep in this state. They're going to wake up in this state, and they're going to say it several times throughout the day, accepting this truth. And then it will be impressed upon the subconscious, and then they will see that their world changes based on their self concept changing. Oh, yes, all love. I'm looking at a poster right now and it says, "Love is all you need." That is beautiful. So when I shift my self concept, it'll attract people naturally. Yep. You will naturally see the change. You will naturally see the change that you've made within. It is reflected on the outside. As within, so without. You won't have to go searching. And here's the thing, this is what you must be mindful of. Don't go looking, be in the knowing. You have to be so mindful of step 4. Be still and know. See, too many of you all, you do the steps and then you come back saying, I don't see any movement. I don't see any movement. What you mean you don't see any movement? Do you see a seed take root in the ground? No, you don't. Do you see film develop in a dark room? No, you don't. Do you see a baby start to form in the belly of the womb? No, you don't. So just because you can't see what's going on doesn't mean nothing is going on. Things are always going on. And the 3D never changes before you do. 3D never changes before you do. You want the 3D to change without you first changing. Never happens. The 3D is saying, I won't change until you do. And you're saying, well, I won't change until you do. So you're at an impasse. Who's going to be the one to change? Because it's not until you decide to change does the 3D reflect it back to you. Oh, yes, they travel. I've heard about that. Was it Ho'oponopono? How you say it? When I was first into the law of attraction, I remember that. I remember seeing, many people talk about that. But why are we declaring? Why are we worrying about if we're gonna wake up anxious or feeling sad? We should be already intending that we're waking up feeling calm and relaxed and feeling good. I don't want to talk about if the thing you don't want happens. That's unnecessary. That means you haven't made the decision to be in a great state. Hey, good afternoon, neighbor. Why are we anticipating the thing not happening that we want to happen? Because you should still be saying, even though you did it for 2 minutes. Here's the thing. This is what we have to be so careful of with meditation. You can't you can't affirm the truth and then after you're done with the meditation, start speaking in opposition to it. You just nullify what you did. That's double-mindedness. And that's why it's difficult to manifest what you want because you think that, oh, I did it for 2 minutes, but where's the change? Like, excuse me? Were you really sincere? And that shows me that there's no faith there because you're looking for a sign, and no sign is given to the faithless generation. Those who seek it for a sign, no sign will be given you except the sign of Jonah, right? The one who spent 3 days in the belly of a whale, right? And the 3 days sentence is just those 3 steps. You got to decide what you want. You got to give thanks for it, and you have to believe it's already yours. And then you have to not try to do so. See, here's the thing. The meditating on the truth is not making anything happen. You're already that. The meditating on the truth is revealing what's already there. You're already whole, complete love, peace, joy. You're already that. You communicating this with yourself. Meditation is about what? Communing with thyself and learning to accept who you are. It's not making you something. It's reminding you of what you already are. Making you something. It's reminding you of what you already are. Hello, Stellar Art. This works. Has something happened today? I asked for and believed it. And within an hour, it worked. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. We love manifestation. We love manifestations. Yep. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we believe to be true. It comes through practice, Clara. It comes with practice. It comes with practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice, practice, practice. like, do you drive a car? How many times did you have to drive the car until you got comfortable with it? Right? Like, do you have favorite songs that you know? How many times did you have to learn the lyrics to that song where it just every time it came on, the words just flowed? You didn't really have to think about the lyrics because you had said it so many times. You have repeated the lyrics so many times they just flow off your tongue. Now, every time your favorite song comes on, or those of you that play instruments, right? How many times did it take you to practice until you felt comfortable with it? I bet you can't even tell me how many times. Those of you that play instruments, how many times that you had to practice. You weren't counting. You were doing it because it's something you enjoyed, or maybe your parents made you do it. Either way, you know, you wasn't keeping score. You wasn't like, oh, the 10th time I drive, that's gonna be the time that I'm gonna feel comfortable behind the wheel. No, you just kept doing it until what? It just became a part of you, and you don't have to think about how to drive the car anymore. You just kept singing a song until you knew the lyrics. You didn't know if it was going to take 5 times. You didn't know if it was going to take 20 times. You didn't know if you was going to get it the first time. You just doing it because you what? You wanted to. You have to want to be different. And you're not keeping score, counting time. So we're forgiving the old story, which means we're forgetting it. That's who we're forgiving. That's what forgiveness is: to forget, to let go, to give forth. It's absolutely is about repetition, especially after trauma pathways in the brain need to be rebuilt. They're all right, Kelly Janae. All right, all right, all right. When you meditate, you're going to have to continuously meditate, right? For his delight is in the law of the Lord, and upon this law does he meditate when? Day and night. This is a daily practice. This is a lifestyle. Of course you can, Clara. Remember, there is no wrong or right. You'll come to realize you don't need anything outside of self. You'll come to realize you only need you. But yes, if you feel like you need to watch videos, we all gain inspiration, right? From our books, from the videos, right? Right? We all gain inspiration. Those things should only be for inspiration, to inspire you to know that what is possible for you too. So I need to practice getting full of the feeling. Yes, and your feeling should be naturalness, normalcy. Oh, did you, neighbor? Yeah, because I remember that from school. Did you? Yes, yes. You said how? Well, you have to know that it's already yours, Miss Cheryl. Right? So number one, you've decided you have a dream home, right? Number two, you're giving thanks for it. You're acknowledging that it's already there. Number three, you're going to remain faithful to this knowing. So you're going to sleep giving thanks for your beautiful new home, whatever that looks like, all the bells and whistles, everything that you want, the price point, whatever. You can be as specific or as general as you desire to be. Some people imagine themselves sleeping in their home every night. Maybe you imagining having a housewarming or sending out housewarming invitations, or you're telling someone that you've already closed on your home. And isn't it wonderful? Like the process for closing was so streamlined and so easy and so effortless. Or you can say, oh, I remember when I was desiring this beautiful home, and now look at us. We living in it right now. It's so beautiful, it's so comfortable, it's so amazing, it's so spacious. It's everything I wanted. I'm thinking about what furniture I'm going to put here, what kind of paint I'm going to use, you know, whatever. You want it to feel natural, you want it to feel normal, right? Those are different suggestions that you can use to give it the tones of reality. And you're going to sleep every night knowing this to be so until you know that it is so, that nothing can shake your faith. Are you into Christian school? Yeah. Everything that we attract is based on the naturalness of having the thing we desire. That's why practicing, rehearsing, repetition is key to helping us feel like it's already ours. And how do you feel like it's already yours? It must appear natural to you. It must appear normal to you. Is that normal for you, Miss Cheryl? Is that easy for you to do? To have conversations, or is it easier for you to visualize it? What's natural for you? Right. So I'm glad you teach limitless. You can't be half in the water and half on land. Right, right. Okay, keep thinking it. Because it should feel effortless to you, right? If many of you are attempting to visualize, but you're trying to force and it doesn't come natural for you to see it, then that's too much effort. And you end up getting the opposite result. Consciousness doesn't operate in force, it operates in ease and flow and effortlessness. You can see the lives of people who force their way into different manifestations, right? A lot of those people, they're usually some unhappy souls. They may have the thing that they want, but they came to realize the thing didn't bring fulfillment, or they got it and they weren't able to keep it, or they got it and they got to work hard to keep it, so they really don't enjoy it, right? See, the blessings of the Lord, the I am, maketh you rich, and he addeth no sorrow to it. The blessings of the Lord maketh you rich, and he addeth no sorrow to it. So when you know it comes from the effortless way, there's only peace and joy and love and harmony that follows it. Yeah. How does force feel? Like you're straining, like you keep, you're not relaxed. You feel anxious. You feel fearful. You're doubtful. You're trying to, it feels like a chore. Like you're not happy or excited about it. You're like, oh my God, okay, okay. They said I got to do this. Okay, I guess I'll do it. Like what? Why are we doing something we don't want to do? Like, you said you wanted this. I shouldn't have to twist your arm to get you to do a thing if it's something that you really want. When you make it a chore, when you make it work, that ain't effortless. That's force. You shouldn't be straining. You shouldn't be busting a brain vessel. You should be in an easy, calm, relaxed state. I mean, you're really desiring to go on this trip. Why would it be hard for you to know that this trip is something that you're going to experience? Like, cause going on the trip should feel good, like right, like it was good times, friends, fun, laughter, sunshine, right? Like you could talk about it as though it's already happened, right? And I remember when we were talking about going on this girls trip, and it was the most fun ever. Like the drinks kept flowing, the music was amazing, our rooms were beautiful, sun and sand. I mean, I don't know where you're going, wherever you're going, you could talk as though it's already took place, and it should be a good memory. It should be a feel good memory, right? You went on a trip with with friends that you love, people that you enjoy being around. It was an amazing time. Yep, yep. Hey, hey. Yep. Say exactly the way we actually recount memories of things we remember. Yep. So you love doing that the most? Yeah. And it should feel natural. Like you said, that's something we naturally do already. So that shouldn't be a force, right? That shouldn't feel like a chore. You already tell about great experiences you've had. Make this one of them. Make this a great experience that you're telling someone in your mind. But that's where you're going to have to change it, Clara. You're going to have to decide, are you going to keep telling that story, or are you going to tell a different one? Because you keep telling that story, yeah, you're going to keep experiencing the same thing until you decide to tell a different story. You're telling the old story. So either you're happy in love with your SP, or you're sad and miserable. You have to decide which story it's going to be. Right now, you're telling the sad and miserable story, and I really can't help you with that because I can't. That old story is like that's what you're creating. Well, then tell the different story. Why are we talking about the old story? If you want to tell the different story, then why aren't you telling the different story? SP is specific person. And that's the story you have to tell. And when you catch yourself telling the old story, you have to stop yourself. You don't talk about, you don't judge it, you don't criticize it, you don't analyze it. You just decide to just tell yourself, "Oh, that's the old story. That's not. I don't agree with that story anymore." And then tell the new version. Don't justify it. Don't be, "Oh, I'm mad at him, so that's why I said it." "Oh, I'm sad, so that's why I said it." Or, you don't need to justify or explain. We know why you telling the old story. It's familiar. It's out of habit. Now you want to make telling the new story normal and familiar and out of habit. But you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to make a decision. You cannot be halt between two opinions. Right now, you're double minded. You're going back and forth, playing volleyball with your emotions. Hey, Joy. You can say special person too, but from my understanding, it's the specific person. And that's for everyone. That is for everyone desiring to manifest something different. You have to pay attention to the story that you're telling, because that's the dominant belief. You have to be so aware of what the dominant belief is. And right now, the old story is the dominant belief. You want the new story to be the dominant belief. So, guess what you have to do? You have to practice it. You have to repeat it over and over again to yourself until what? It feels natural. It feels normal. That's why it's so important to do it right as you're going to sleep and right when you first wake up, right? Science and those teachers that have gone before have told us that what is it, theta wave, or the brain is at a certain stillness or calmness. And then of course they tell you that the conscious mind, that reasoning mind is sleepy and drowsy. So it's what they say, it's at abeyance. It really isn't going to argue with you. You can have those thoughts, those impressions seep right into the subconscious mind. And so whatever is impressed upon the subconscious mind will be expressed in your experience. That's why you do it right before sleep. That's why you do it right when you wake up. So where that conscious mind can't argue with you and reason and try to use logic. Meditation, Miss Cheryl. Meditation. Getting calm, going within your own mind. That's your prayer closet, your mind. When he says go into your closet and you shut the door, you go into your closet and you close out all of the five senses, and you're going into the recesses of your own mind, and you're talking to yourself in the most wonderful way possible. And you're reminding yourself of who you are and the power that's within you. And this power within you is love. And this power within you can never fail. This power within you is supporting you and leading you and guiding you and bringing all things to your remembrance. You're gonna use meditation to relax the mind, to still the thoughts that's rambling all over the place. And so when we say that we're anxious, what does that mean? You're welcome, Clara. When we say, well, what do you suggest to get out of an anxious state? What do you mean by anxious? What do we mean when we say that we're feeling anxious or anxiety? Can you all define that for me? I need someone to define what anxiety and anxious means. So this weird feeling like I want to run. Are you running to something or you're running away from something? Okay, worried about the future, thinking, fear. So when you have the weird feeling, makes your heart beat fast, drains you. Okay. And so what's causing these feelings? What is bringing these feelings upon us? What's causing these this worriedness, this fear? Right, because you can't run from yourself, right? When you run, you're taking you with you, right? So can I speak on the idea of separation and how it affects us? I need you to hey Dominic, I need you to define that a little bit more. What do you mean by separation? Separate from what? What are we separate from? What separation are we? Because there is no separation. There is the appearance of separation. But when we're talking about separation, what do you mean? Like a feeling of abandonment, or feeling of loss, a feeling of like, what do you mean when you say separation? Fears like fear of the future. Okay, so we're scared of or afraid of what might happen. We haven't conditioned ourselves to believe in the good of our good. We still operate from the mindset that something that the unwanted can take place and not the wanted. So when you say worried about the future, okay, so is the worry that we don't know that we've already planned what the future looks like when we decided what we wanted. And so the anxiety is that it won't happen, that the thing that we asked for is not going to happen for us. Is that what we're saying anxiety is? Okay, right. So I would say it's uncomfortable feeling caused by thoughts that don't speak to what you want. Because behind every feeling is a thought or series of thoughts. Right. And that for me is not trusting and having trust. Okay, okay, okay. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I feel like just because I see. Okay. Okay, so the anxiety is just the fear of the thing we want isn't going to happen. That's what it sounds like. We're in fear of the thing that we desire to have We don't believe that it's ours to claim. We think something else outside of us can keep us from experiencing our good. And so we understand that anxiety comes from fear, and the fear is something that we created because it isn't real. Because you weren't given a spirit of fear, you were given love, power, and a sound mind. So that's the thing we should be meditating on. We should be meditating on the truth that you only have power, love, and a sound mind. This is how you dissipate fear, and then you won't be anxious because you understand that you operate in love, power, and a sound mind. See, a sound mind is peace, right? The power, there's no power outside of self, outside of your own beliefs. And love, what casts out all fear? Love is unconditional. It supports you. It only means the best for you. And this is what you should be meditating on. This is the truth that you have to actualize. But you're going to have to choose this. You're going to have to choose to meditate on love, peace, and power. You're going to have to choose that and keep choosing that and keep choosing that and keep choosing it. So, like when people say we're not separated from our desires, I don't understand the concept. Oh, you say, oh, wait, I'm sorry. I said don't. Uh, so you do understand the concept. So when people say we're not separated from our desires, are you saying you don't understand it or that you do understand the concept? So you do understand the concept, but then you don't understand the concept. Right. Yes, there is you're not separated. So are you saying because you don't currently see it, you don't understand how you're not separated from it? Is that what you're saying? Because right now in this moment, the thing you're desiring, you can't see it physically. So you're trying to understand, well, how am I not separated from it if I can't see it right now in the 3D? Right, most definitely a control and unbelief thing. Yeah, I think of it as we separate ourselves from it when we judge it, like thinking we can't have it or we have to do something to get it. That separates us. Right. That's the illusion though. You're never separate from it. You've just convinced yourself it's not there. You convince yourself that the thing you're asking for, you think you have to make it so as opposed to accepting that it's already so. Separation is an illusion. It isn't real, just like fear. Those things don't exist, but we create them as a limitation. They're just limitations that we've created for ourselves. Yep, choose you this day. I have a friend who pays for a subscription with high frequency guru, but the God tier one, and she likes split it. Oh, right, right. See, by level 5, you're basically, ooh, okay, interesting. That's interesting, neighbor. A subscription with a high frequency guru. That is interesting. What channel was this? All love. You say you love that channel. Right. A subliminal cannot make you what you already are. Right. No circumstances matter. Hello, I am Tracy. It's only because we've been conditioned to think that we make things happen when we don't understand things happen as a result of our beliefs about a thing. It's when you shift your beliefs, the things that you have been shielding yourself from or veiling or blinding yourself to, you now begin to see. Now you begin to see the things that you thought were so that weren't there because of your belief. The moment you shift your consciousness, other things start to be revealed to you. It was always there, right? Like electricity. We learned how to harness electricity, but we didn't create it. It was always there. We just weren't aware of it. Airplanes always existed. We only became a airplanes always existed. We only became aware of it, right? The automobile always existed. We just became aware of it, right? All the things to build the automobile was already there. The materials to build the airplane was already there. We didn't create anything, right? So when we say that we're creators, it means that what? We're manifestors. Where we realize that which already is. We don't create or make a thing come into being. We're recognizing that it's already a thing. And we're just coming more aware. We're recognizing that it's already a thing. And we're just coming more aware of it. Hello, Monty J. So the subliminal is just an activity that God is participating in. I just like that people give their power away to others. Oh, you are the power, babe. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, the thing is, we've been conditioned to not trust ourselves. That is the big deception. That is the biggest delusion, is that we think that there is something more powerful outside of self. There is no greater power than you. You don't need anything outside of you. I know we like crutches. We like things to, oh, you need this crystal. Oh, you need this sage. Oh, you need the astrology. Oh, you need these subliminals. Oh, you need these flowers. Oh, what happens if you're in a place where you can't put a subliminal on, or you don't have the crystal, or you're not able to reference the astrology chart? Then what? Because you're gonna recognize all you need is your mind, because you're always gonna have your mind with you. Lo, I am with you, even to the end of days. Consciousness ain't going nowhere, but you may not be able to find that crystal that you think is so powerful. You may not be able to find that sage. You may not be able to find that you may not have Wi-Fi to listen to your subliminals, but you always gonna have your mind. You always gonna have you. The Christ said, forsake all and follow me. Well, no, we want to hold on to our little trinkets, our little gadgets, our little permission slips, our little techniques. We love secondary causes. We love tools. Interesting. Okay, I never heard of this person, high frequency guru. What make There are no gurus. Didn't never tell y'all that. Away with gurus and masters. You're your own guru, you're your own master, but okay. You are the power. There's no power outside of self. Like, I don't understand, and it's like when someone tells you you don't need anything outside of self, you think someone is not giving you the truth or something. Like, there is no power outside of you. All of those things are just crutches. There's training wheels. That's because you still haven't crossed over to accept that it's you and nothing but you. It's all you. All of those things are just extensions of you. You created the things. How is the thing you created more power than that which created it? Oh, wow. Oh, you're so welcome, Clara. Yeah, when people say other selves are more powerful than others, child, yeah. Say, I believe, help my unbelief. They isn't that what they said to the Christ? Oh, okay. Because here's the thing. Yes, I do listen to other those that have went before, right? I do listen. I say that Neville Goddard is my mentor. I don't think he's greater than me. I don't place him on a pedestal. I like how he keeps it simple and reminds us of who we are. Dr. Joseph Murphy, Reverend Ike, right? But don't ever place people on a pedestal. Don't don't think that someone else has the answer outside of you. They're just reminding you of something you already know. You already know this. You just forgot. And you definitely ain't got to pay for this. You do not have to pay for this. The only thing you ever have to pay is attention. And you got to learn how to believe in yourself. So, why do we put trust in man whose breath is in his nostrils? Come, eat, and drink without price. This stuff is free if you let it be. But that's because we look for leaders. We want leaders. We want somebody else to do it for us because we don't trust and believe in ourselves. Yes, but I don't think it's, but I think it's because most people in the manifesting world don't know the truth about consciousness. That's all these books, these teachers, they should just be leading you back to self. If you watching somebody that's not leading you back to trust in you, then you've just created an idol. You just created a god. If you think that someone else know better than you, if you think someone else is greater than you, because they can say, "Oh, I manifested this. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, I said, oh, this happened. Oh, I got 1 million subs. Oh, I got this. Oh, look how many followers I got. Oh, look how my videos going viral." You think that the number equals truth because people got millions and thousands and millions of followers. That makes it true. But you know, religion has the same amount of followers. Religion has great numbers as well. Recognize that you are the truth, the way, and the life of your own life. Say, I am the truth, I am the way, I am the resurrection of my own life. I'm going to learn to trust in me. Yes, I have the power. Yes, yes. Hello, Celine. Yes, Celine with a C. Boosters. Okay. I guess. Is it, you know it's going to talk about based on the title. I mean, the coaching, I understand a lot of the coaching is based on you want someone's personal time. I get it. And so in your mind, that's valuable to you. And then their mind, their time is valuable to you. So I'm not going to say that, what you should and shouldn't do with your time and your money. It's your time, it's your money. If you place value in it, who am I to say that you don't place value on something? But I'm telling you, after you've spent the time with the coaching, learn to not don't become dependent on the coaching. Be dependent on self. Go within and know who you are. I'm just saying, be careful that you don't idolize the coaching, that you don't idolize the coaches, that you don't think that they know something that you don't know. They may be able to, summarize it or make it sound easier for you to understand. They may be able to help you get a better understanding of it. And yes, what one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? If you find worth in it and you feel like you want to bless them and give of your, because money, what is money? Money's just a concept. Money ain't, money is, it is what it is, right? And to you, if you find value in it, then find value in the experience. Just put it in its proper context. Don't think that they're greater than you or they're better than you or they know something you don't know. No, they should always be leading you to trust in you. They should always be leading you to trust in you, to believe in you, to go within, always to go within. Be aware, pay attention. What is the sub community? What do you mean? I know all the secrets in the sub community. What's the sub community? What is the sub? What are you talking about? All love. What is the sub community? What is that? So if you know, you know. I definitely pay for coaching if I absolutely needed it, but nowadays everything's on YouTube. Right. There's no shame in that. There is no shame. As long as you understand that they're not a guru, they're not a master, they don't have any more power than you do, they don't have more access to consciousness than you do. They may just be able to explain it and break it down and keep it simple where you can, finally get that light bulb moment to realize, oh, yeah, it really is this simple. It really, really is this simple. I really just have to trust and believe in myself. And that ultimately is up for me to do the work. When it all comes down to it, when the rubber meets the road, it all comes down to I must learn to believe in self. When it all comes down to it, all the subliminal accounts, all the subliminal accounts. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, so I don't. Are you just saying so? You're just saying that they're creating tapes where they're talking and you have to listen to their voice. See, that's the part I don't get. If I'm supposed to be meditating and communing with my own self, how me listening to your voice is going to commune with myself? How me listening to you going to help me get to know me if I hear your voice in my head? You telling me your thoughts, not me learning about who I am and trying to figure out who I am. I'm listening to your voice while I'm quieting my mind, and I got to listen to you talk to me. Yeah, no, pass. Now, when I started law of attraction, that to me that's a heavy law of attraction concept. That's why I don't rock with law of attraction anymore. I don't. I stay away from law of attraction. But that was a heavy thing in law of attraction. There was subliminals. Because I think, yeah, I used to listen. I used to watch You Are Creators, and I believe Justin had a subliminal, and I listened to like 1 or 2 days. I was like, no, I can't listen to nobody else's voice. I was like, no, no, thank you. I'll listen to my own voice. Me listening to somebody else talk or somebody else trying to guide my thoughts. You are the shepherd of your soul. You are the good shepherd. You're supposed to be learning how to guide your own thoughts, train your own mind, master your own. How you gonna master your own mind and somebody else telling you what to think and how to think? That's not you learning you. That's not you learning how to shepherd your own thoughts. Yeah, but do your own subliminal. If you like subliminal so much, listen to create one for yourself and listen to your own voice. Why are you listening to somebody else's voice? Why wouldn't you just create your own subliminal with your own voice and listen to your own voice talk? Say manifest a bombshell body. Oh, okay. Yeah, belief. Yeah, your belief in it is what it. Everything is done according to your beliefs. Everything is always done according to your beliefs. But at the end, it all comes back to you. When you do all of that and you tried this and you tried that and you listen to this person, you've listened to that person, and you've done this and you subscribe to it, when it all boils down to it always comes back to self. It always comes back to you. Not get irritated listening to your own. Not get, right. I say, yeah, I'ma just decide. I can't do all that. I need my sleep. I know that's right. Don't need nothing. He's like, I can't. I'm not listening to that. It's already done. It's already done. Oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing doesn't work. Of course, these things work. Everything works according to your belief. That's the law of life. Is the law of belief. Is what you assume. And once you start to assume, right? That's what it is. Your assumptions about life. That's what it is. The law of assumption is what you assume to be true will be true for you. So if you believe listening to subliminals will work wholeheartedly, yes, they will work because you believe in it. You trust in it. And it isn't because you did it one time. It's because you got this stuff on repeat. It's repetition. You're repeatedly listening to it. Like what all of? Oh, really? See, I was just about to say all love. I hope y'all listening to this whole tape before you go to sleep with it. I was just thinking that all love. I was just I hope before y'all start listening to these tapes that y'all listen to it before you go to sleep with it. I was just about to say that. To sleep with it. I was just about to say that. Oh my goodness. Right. Exactly, Dominique. That's why I'm like, we keep it simple over here. Kiss, 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 kiss. Keep it super simple. Oh wow. Interesting. And this when it comes to you're putting your trust in something other than the I am. Your trust should only be in your own power, in the I am. It's when you start to think that others know better than you. That is the great deception, right? That is the great deception in our world, in believing that the power is in someone else other than self. There's no power outside of you. You are the power. And you don't need no other man to teach you. But the thing is, a lot of y'all don't want to do the work. And so y'all running to this person and running to that person and asking this person, can you do this? And asking that person instead of running to yourself, communing with thy own self upon thy bed and being still, doing the work yourself. I'm You're going to get a great reward when you do it for yourself. Someone even put it in a sub affirmation. You oh wow. They are Christians, so they was telling them, "You're not God. You're not God. You're not God." That is funny. But this is what happens when you don't trust yourself and you put trust in others. The whole purpose of waking up is to remember who you are, the power that you are, that ye are God. Oh wow, interesting. Well, I say it takes all kind of people to make the world go round, and they wanted that experience, right? Nothing happens by accident or happenstance. There is no coincidences, right? This is when you don't trust in you and when you don't believe in you, you create all of these experiences that's going to remind you just how it looks to put your trust in others and not put your trust in yourself. Because for whatever reason, we are the last person we will trust. We'll trust everyone else before we trust ourselves. Oh no, that's going to make me not want to listen. I didn't think they. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say that this isn't about blindly. I know when we talk about faith, right? And people think faith is supposed to be blind faith. No, faith is not about blind faith. Faith is not about blindly putting your faith in another person. Things that are easily verifiable, why aren't you verifying it? So, what's easily verifiable? You get a subliminal and you listen to it before you fall asleep to it. That's easily verifiable. You ain't got to trust nobody's word. You can listen to it to find out if it's something you really want to impress your subconscious with. We think that we're not supposed to use discernment. Oh yeah, you're supposed to use discernment. You got a brain. You're supposed to use it. You're supposed to be blindly following no man. Blind leading the blind, and you both falling into a ditch. Faith is not about suspending judgment. That's not what faith is. Faith does not suspend judgment. And that's why you have gut instincts. That's why you have intuition. That's why you have a feeling body. Your body is telling you when something is off and something isn't right. Trust that. Trust you. Believe in you. If you listen to something, you just like, oh man, I ain't rocking with that. Something about that just don't ain't sitting right with me. Something about that just, but trust that. Trust that. You can use spiritual discernment. You have that for a reason. You're not supposed to take people at their word. You're supposed to take yourself at your word. You're supposed to believe in your word should be bond. That you're going to trust the I am within you that's going to lead you and guide you to all truth. Trust in the Lord, the I am within you. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he shall direct your path. Not the person on TikTok, not the person on YouTube, but the I am within you. Acknowledge the I am, the spirit within you, and that will direct your path. Because the I am ain't gonna lead you astray. Yep. So yes, my intuition told me that all that I've been learning about the law felt right. Yep. Yep. So you always question the church, huh? Not all of us felt it easy to question, because I know I didn't in the beginning. I fell head in. I jumped all the way in when I went to the church. I was taking them what they said. I thought, they grew up in it. They've been teaching it all their life, 20, 30, 40 years in the gospel. You know, they appear to have a decent life. I believe what I went by appearances, and I believed until I didn't. I believed until I didn't. Right, right. Yep. I was only in the church for a few years, but when I was in it, I was faithful to it. I was faithful. I was a Sunday school teacher and everything. I was a preacher's wife. I was in it. They were looking to make me a missionary or an evangelist. So I did when I was in it, I believed it. It served its purpose because it led me back to where I am. And now I understand scripture from a totally different perspective. And now I know that the Bible is all about me, was reminding me of my power and my purpose. And we all have we all have our own path, our own journey. And that's okay because we came here to experience, right? We understand that consciousness, that which we call God, spirit, the I am, is dreaming this life as individualized beings of himself or itself, right? Consciousness is having this dream of experiencing itself. And there are infinite ways to experience itself. And it's experiencing itself in all of those infinite ways. Nice. That's good, Dominique. Yeah, but now you understand the purpose of scripture, the purpose of awakening, the purpose of being on this path is to what? You're here to be an image maker. You're here to transform the reality into what you want it to be, right? You came here to experience being form, right? Spirit desired form and became you, became me, right? And while spirit is dreaming itself in the form of us, we get to experience this life in a variety of ways. It's very diverse. And then eventually the spirit decides to awaken in the dream and remember that it is a dream, that none of this is real. It's all make believe. And now you get to make believe whatever you desire. So, what do you desire? What is it? And so, Mark 11:24 reminds us, therefore, I say to you, which you're basically saying to me. Basically, you could say, therefore, I say to me, whatever I desire, when I pray, believe I have received it and I shall have it. Whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, it could be anything. There is no condition to it. The only condition to this desire is your belief. That's the only condition. It doesn't say you have, there is no condition to it. The only condition to this desire is your belief. That's the only condition. It doesn't say you have to be educated. It doesn't say you have to be married. It doesn't say you have to have a certain amount of money. It doesn't say you have to be a certain skin color. It doesn't say you have to be a certain gender. It says you only have to believe. Hey, Joanna, welcome, welcome, welcome to the community. Yep, say his wealth. Yep. All that I have is thine. You already have everything. You just have to allow yourself to what? See it. The thing you desire already exists. You just have to see yourself with it. Right? To them that have, it shall be given. But to them that have not, you keep saying, well, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I can't see how this gonna happen. I don't know what this. To them that have not, even what he thinks he has shall be taken away. So you think you keep talking about what you don't have, what you can't see. You want to talk about the impossible. I can't. I don't. You keep talking like that because you think things are bad now. The worst gets worse because everything that you give in consciousness shall be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Because consciousness doesn't judge anything as a wrong or right. Conscience only cares about what do you believe. What are you giving your attention to? You want more? You give your attention to that, I'll give you more of it. You keep talking about that, you keep complaining, I'll give you something else to complain about. You keep talking about how you don't never have enough money, I'll keep showing you how you don't have enough money. That's what you believe? Okay, your wish is my command. Hey Clara. Say, yep, just yep, you can have anything you want if you just pray and know they have it already. Yep. I'm already a multimillionaire. That's it. You have to keep rehearsing it, Clara. You cannot lose faith. You cannot get tired, right? That's what scripture says. Do not grow weary. Do not grow tired in doing what you know to do and doing well, for you shall reap if you faint not. You should realize the thing hope for if you do not lose hope, if you don't give up, if you don't get weak. Absolutely, that's it. Yep, Neville Goddard, that's it. So it's pretty fun. Yep. So when you remember it, I just be forgetting. I don't know why that is. Oh, you be laying down your faith. Why you laying down your faith? You can't take your faith off. You got to put it on every morning, every night. You got to wear it every day. Never take it off. The only thing you're supposed to lay down is your burden, right? I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Lay it down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. Let me stop. But that's all you're supposed to lay down and never pick them up again. Lay down them burdens and never pick them up again. They help me understand how the mind works a little better to make trust in my power. That's it. Yep. Like the Wiz says, you gotta ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on and ease on down the road. So what's your load that you carrying that you need to drop? What loads are we carrying what burdens are we carrying that we need to drop, right? Let me tell you a burden you need to let go of, that you need to drop in this moment right now. The how. You need to let that burden go. It ain't your job to figure out how the thing you desire is going to make its appearance. That ain't even your work. None of your business. Let it go. Get out of the business. That's the Father's business. The Father knows the way to make everything happen because the Father don't need your opinion. It says his ways are not your ways. His thoughts are not your thoughts. As high as the heaven is from the earth, so is his ways above yours. They are past finding out. So why you gonna worry yourself and burden yourself trying to figure out the how when that ain't even your work? You just supposed to know it's already done. Your only work is to keep the faith, to persist, to never lose heart, to never give up. That is your work. That's the only work you ever have to do. Is to remain faithful, to learn how to be still and do nothing. Because the Christ reminded you, I of my own self can do nothing. The Father within me, he does the work. My Father works and I too work, which means what? The Father is going to cause you to do the thing because Paul reminds us, but it is He that works in you both to will and to do according to what? His good pleasure. For it is God that works in you both to will and to do according to what? His good pleasure. He knows how to do it. He gonna cause you to do it. But you gotta know that. You gotta trust that. You gotta remain faithful to that. What you mean? Can a married person be manifested? What does that mean? Oh yes, Dominique, love those. Beautiful. Yep, yep. What she said. But what do we mean? Can a married person, somebody that's married to someone? I don't understand. Can because I don't condone something I wouldn't want done for me. I don't do for to others. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. So I don't know what can a married person be manifested? What does that mean? Can a married person be manifested? Are we desiring somebody else's spouse? Is that what we saying? Okay, so are we in a polyamorous relationship? Is that what's happening? Like he wants two wives, and both women are okay with being wives? Is that what we're saying? Yes, we're limitless. This is true. Here's the thing. What you do to others will be done to you. So just like you decided that you could go and be with somebody else's spouse, they can feel the same way when you're married because we think that's okay. And as long as you're okay with that, as long as you're okay with, how you get them is how you make is how you got them is how you're going to experience them. As long as we're okay with that, as long as that's how you want to judge your experience, being okay with, okay, he was cool with going and being and going outside of the marriage with me. So when he's with me, he gonna be okay with going outside of the marriage on me. As long as we, are okay with that, because it's your world, your script, you get to write that. But I am always gonna live by the golden rule that I'm gonna do unto others as I would have them do unto me. So, but it's your world, your script. And if you okay with that, hey, that's all that matters. You're okay with it. How you know he don't want it? If he ain't want her, how come he hasn't divorced her yet? If he doesn't want her, why did he divorce her and then get with you? Why is he cheating on her? Why is he being unfaithful? Why is he being deceitful? Why doesn't he just divorce her and be with you? I mean, it's really simple. He choosing you and not choosing her. Why is he not with you and not with her? I mean, it's real easy. It's real easy. Divorce is real easy. Hey, Anshi. Okay, so what are you talking about? You've already manifested it. So I don't understand. You've already manifested it. He's getting there's the why. That's not even a question then. The thing you're desiring is already happening. They're already getting divorced. So the person has already made the decision to be with you. So clearly, you answered your own question. You asked if it was possible, and then you just confirmed yes because you just said they're getting a divorce. Yeah, we definitely make our own rules, but we also have subconscious beliefs. So while you making your own rules, make sure that you have changed your subconscious beliefs regarding these rules, right? Because it's one thing to say that we make our own rules. It's another thing to believe that. So when you say that, know that for sure that yes, you definitely get to decide what your life look like, and you ain't gotta ask nobody permission. You don't need to come on anybody's live and ask them, is it okay for you to be with somebody else's spouse? This your world. You don't need to come ask me, should you or shouldn't you be doing a thing? It's your life. If you okay with it, who cares what other people think? Who cares what someone else thinks if you're okay with the decision? It matters not what man thinks. It only matters what you think. But if you gonna ask me my opinion, I'm gonna tell you my opinion. You came to me and asked me my opinion, so I'm gonna tell you my opinion. My opinion shouldn't really matter because it's your life. What I think should matter not. I'm telling you what I would do. I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm telling you how I think. Because I'm married. And yeah, I don't want no other woman desiring my husband. Just like I don't want to be desiring nobody else's husband. So yeah, I'm biased in that. I have a biased way of thinking when it comes to that. Because that's my belief. But if you okay with it, it don't matter what I think. What I think matters not. That's not my world. That's your reality. And you get to create whatever parameters and rules and things that go along with your reality. It doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. It only matters what you think. Right. Mm. But we can manifest anything that we believe. It takes belief. So it's whatever you believe. Whatever you believe. Yeah, society doesn't in this society we don't believe in, and what is it called? I can't even, it's not polyamorous. What's it? Polygamy, right? We don't believe in polygamy. So a lot of states don't recognize it. Some states do. So then, but it's your word. You can create the reality where everybody is okay with it. This world really is make believe, and you can make believe anything is possible. It'll always be done according to your belief, and it's always done according to the dominant belief that is present within you. So you really have to know you, and you have to really understand what you are creating, what you truly believe. Because it's one thing to say what you want, it's another thing about who you say you are. See, we don't get what we want, we get who we are. So you have to be the person that is okay with what you're manifesting. You have to be that. You have to say, I am that. Because you don't get what you want, you get who you are. So it's about being the person. Yes, they definitely should live freely. Exactly. Exactly. And you should treat people how you want to be treated. Because what you give, how you judge, you shall be judged, because what measure you use will be measured back to you. What you give, how you judge, you shall be judged, because what measure you use will be measured back to you again. That's law. So it's your judgment. It's to thy own self be true. Be true to your own self. So we okay with it until it happens to us, and then we ain't okay with it. Okay, okay, Sarah. Yeah. Just have to know that it's your beliefs that's creating whatever reality you're experiencing. And so if you want a different reality, you got to change your concept of yourself as well as your concept of the other person. And when I say your concept of, I'm not saying you go around trying to change them. I'm saying you change your concept of them, your thoughts about them. What you're thinking about them is what you're experiencing. So once you change what you're thinking about them, your experience with them will change, because you are the only thinker in your reality. Thus, you're the only creator. So you're always creating these experiences with the people you're encountering based on your thoughts about them. So when you believe differently, you will experience something differently. That's the only way it's going to occur. That's the only way it's going to happen. You have to change your beliefs. Well, so who has the power in this relationship? Sarah B. Is it you or is it him? Who gets to dictate? Who's dictating? Who's writing this script? Who's writing this story? Are you writing the story or is he writing the story? He's only going to play the part you gave him. You want to play him to play a different part, you got to give him a different script. You're not changing that role until you change your role. Are you ready to change your role? Where it doesn't matter where he lives in your mind. It's your thoughts about him that is alive and well. So people have manifested changing biological parents. I love stories on topics that aren't talked on, because you never know why they had the desire. Age vision stories too. Yeah. To the extent that you can believe it, it happens. It is transformed. It is changed, right? It's always done according to your belief. There are no limitations in consciousness. And there is no wrong or right in consciousness. You are your own law. You are your own judge. That's why you got to know thyself. You got to know what you believe. You got to know what you can handle. You got to know what you're creating. But once again, guys, this has been a great live. Great live. I got to get on y'all about my likes though. I'm at 16 likes. I've been on here almost 2 hours. I know I don't say it a lot. But I got to be a little bit more proactive about telling y'all to use them thumbs and tap that screen. But if I come back on today, I would definitely be reminding y'all to use them thumbs. Use them. Use them thumbs. Use them thumbs. Yes, it was a great live. It was a great live, all love. It was. I really enjoyed everyone. Thank you for the likes and the shares and the gifts and all that and the follows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to get your free book. I see some of you have downloaded the free book while we were on the live. You will be blessed with the free books. Daily Diamond Gems, 30-day transformation journey, and the recipe for life. It really is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Because it is as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, because the 4 is not your work. The 4 is the thing you have to recondition yourself to trust that the thing you ask for already belongs to you. You have to practice being still and knowing you have never made anything happen. Everything always happened as a result of your belief.